This man, Timothy Gregg, was a federal agent. The key, of course, is past tense with this individual. Now, why exactly is it past tense? Because this man, like we have showcased with other agents, are criminals who once worked for the federal government. Here's the story. Per NPR News, Gregg was arrested and booked into the local county jail on charges he made videos of himself abusing a teen. And how exactly did this all come about? According to court docs, Timothy Gregg, 51, of Eagan, Minnesota, attempted, coerced, and enticed a minor victim to take part in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing CP. According to court docs, the father of the minor victim discovered multiple sexually explicit images and videos on the minor's cell phone. For reference, that was printed by the United States Attorney's Office in the District of Minnesota. That is where we are at. Disgustingly, these images and videos depicted the minor and the older individual engaging in sexually explicit activity. The individual in the images and videos would be identified as Gregg, who is a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations and a task force officer with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The United States Department of Justice of the Inspector General would print. According to the factual basis for his guilty plea and the criminal complaint, Gregg used his cell to record and send images and videos of sexually explicit conduct with a 17-year-old. Gregg previously was arrested and remains detained pending sentencing. The investigation is being conducted by the OIG's Chicago field office, the Department of Homeland Security OIG, and the FBI, with assistance from the Rochester, Minnesota Police Department. Now, this next fact of this case is just mind-blowing. Take a look. KMSP, a Fox affiliate in the Twin Cities, would report that Gregg used his Immigration and Customs Enforcement / Homeland Security email to book the hotel rooms. Via NPR once more, the alleged victim has a restraining order against her father, but we would find out that he looked through his daughter's phone after she left it in a car. The teen connected with Gregg via Tinder and told officers she believed the sex was consensual even though she was 17. While the defense would play up that Gregg is an upstanding law enforcement officer, he does a lot of hard work, and that he did not know that the victim was 17. Judge Joan Erickson would ask Gregg questions. He'd admit he later learned she was 17 when searching for her in a law enforcement database. Nonetheless, he still met up with her and even sent her sexually explicit photos and videos in the aftermath. When asked by the judge why he did it on Sunday of all days, he would say this, and I quote, "Because I was lying to my wife." Close quote. NPR adds, Gregg faces a mandatory minimum 5-year prison sentence, seems light, but his plea agreement with federal prosecutors calls for up to 17 and a half years. The final decision is up to the judge, who has yet to set a sentencing date. Joseph Thompson, the acting United States attorney, would issue this statement. The United States Attorney's Office will always hold defendants in positions of public trust to account, particularly when they commit crimes against vulnerable children. I am proud of the swift and decisive action of the FBI and the Rochester Police Department, who responded immediately and worked together to take Gregg safely into custody. We now add former Agent Gregg to the list of other agents that have come out and been arrested by stings within law enforcement.
This one shames. This is a tragedy in many respects, but people at the Department of Homeland Security, I know there are great people there that come to work every single day and do their jobs and do it admirably. Unfortunately, Mr. recently married back here is not one of those people. He works for ICE, and he is an auditor for them, a civilian employee. When he was arrested, he said, "I'm ICE boys." Well, you know, unfortunately for him, we locked him up, we put him in our jail. He got reappropriated to our jail, and my understanding is he helped send people to send federal authorities. I think he's going to see some federal authorities because I think the feds are going to take this case.
Like Alexander Beck, who pleaded with police by saying, "I'm ICE, boys."
Police department, you're under arrest. Just so you know, you're being recorded, sir. Right there.
Like former ICE supervisor Kobe Williams.
Mr. Rashad Johnson, out of Maple Grove. This is the most disturbing arrest that we've had here. He is a backgrounder for ICE, Homeland Security, and federal agencies. So when you're getting your security clearance, this is one of the guys that does your backgrounds, which is kind of scary. So we locked him up, and I think if you're going to be, these people get access, they get a high security clearance, right? Because again, for all the ICE agents, Homeland Security agents, and people getting security clearance, this is one of the people that does the backgrounds. And you come here trying to purchase sex. We locked him up. I don't think he's going to be passing a background check no time soon. So basically his job is, he does the backgrounds, right? So like for anybody who applies for a job that needs to get security clearance, he's one of the people that does that. So he would go out to talk to people and see if they knew you or me or whoever, and then write those background reports. That was his job to do that. So let me be clear. So the federal government, they have a certain agency that does all their backgrounds, right? The DOD, Department of Defense. He works for them. So he does all the ICE backgrounds, HSI backgrounds, FBI. So whenever someone needs a security clearance, he's one of the people that does those backgrounds, but not just specific to ICE, other federal agencies also.
And a man who did background checks for ICE, Rashad Johnson. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag, footballs become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Like, let's not beat around the bush about it.